Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to our Tuesday webinar. We have a very fun one today that's a little bit different. We're going to present what we presented in California this last weekend. So you're going to see some new information. I'm going to show a little bit. I'm going to reveal some things on the inside of my tests so you can see my true rejuvenation results. And Dr. Chris, we had such a fabulous weekend celebrating with our teams in the California area. They had such a great year, and we've really just leveled up even more so the rejuvenation program and had so much fun.
It was. Welcome, Dr. Tina, and welcome everyone. We just had a super weekend to celebrate the end of the year, successes of TeloYouth. And so we just have to do this by webinar a little bit with everyone else, but we just want to share the excitement and the wonderful experience that we had. So let's get started, Dr. Tina.
Sounds good.
Okay, so the big focus, and this is something that we want to emphasize over and over, is just our mindset, right? And in conventional medicine, we're usually just exposed to a disease mindset rather than a health mindset. And we worry about our symptoms and the disease that we have, and it's really how to deal with chronic conditions. Emergency medicine is the best, so make sure you appreciate modern medicine, but at the same time, when it comes to chronic disease, you want to look at what's going on with the mindset. And that's why we're emphasizing the disease mindset. It's all about what medications, and it's like a almost like a badge of courage or badge of honor that we've got. Oh, look at all my medications. Well, the medications are important, but at the same time, you have the ability to remove them. You can just rejuvenate and not need those medications. So identifying with disease like diabetes and cardiovascular disease and immune conditions, these are things that we can overcome. So, Dr. Tina, you want to share?
I do. You know, Um, we're told that God, the doctors are God. In other words, that they know better for us than what we know ourselves. And we have to shift that mindset and stop letting them instill fear or, some saying that you have to do something, take something for the rest of your life, or you're going to die, or you're not going to get well. This is not true. We have the ability to completely shift out of this disease mindset. And we do this over and over and over with our rejuvenation program. Dr. Chris?
Yes, and the community in LA and Orange County, they were fantastic to help us understand that and learn it and experience it. So the new people that attended just were just impressed with how they approach the health rejuvenation mindset, right? Your body knows how to heal and repair itself. It knows how to do it naturally. It's been doing it all its life until you started getting all these bumps and bruises and chronic conditions that you didn't really understand. And this is what we're here to tell you about in our Friday presentations, right, Dr. Tina? Is help everyone understand lifestyle. And, one symptom can be caused by multiple imbalances. Someone said, well, what do I do for my depression? Well, there's about 20 different ways that you get depressed. And so this is why we help you understand how the body works, how the symptoms reveal themselves, and how it's individualized. So you can get younger, healthier, more vital at any age, right? We had a nonagenarian club started when over the weekend. This is a group that are in their 90s, folks, 90s, and they were just phenomenal. I learned so much from what was it, a half a dozen of them there, Dr.
Yeah,
Tina,
we had
and
five
it
five
was
of them. Yeah,
yeah.
five nonagenarians. Okay, 90 92, 93. A couple of them were 92, I believe, and then 195
Oh,
year old. I mean, you guys, this is phenomenal. Our 95-year-old woman, the sister of a brother, she was literally in bed, that she was in the hospital. The doctor said she's dying. There's nothing we can do for her. She was not, couldn't get her to speak. She was not really conscious. She couldn't eat. They brought her home, and her brother made sure that she could get TeloYouth and started TeloYouth powder. And she wanted more. I kept saying, bring me more, to her daughter. She was at the event, both events, Saturday and Sunday. She actually turned 96 over the weekend. So you guys just have to understand the power of what you have with this rejuvenation program. We're now calling it the quantum rejuvenation program. Okay.
as we reverse time, right? Everything is just like Einstein said, you can just reverse time, you just go faster than light, faster than life. And that's what we're presenting. Okay.
Exactly.
So remember, folks, we want the rejuvenation and health mindset, not the disease mindset. Take a look at this picture and just see the life and vitality that can exist here for you to plug into. Take advantage of it.
Exactly. This is where most of our culture is at on the left-hand side. Do not be like them. If you're in the rejuvenation mindset, you are a leader in this entire culture. So you have to keep that in mind as well. Not everyone is going to agree with you, and nor should you care. Continue to do and be in this rejuvenation mindset. Dr. Chris, you want me to take
Here is
over?
a chart. Yeah, I want to just introduce what we're going to be doing here with you, Dr. Tina, because what was part of our presentation is to show the studies that we're able to take personally so that you can see that we're products of the product. And conventional medicine and just our culture tells us, oh, you're doing great if you can live to be 70 or 80. The average population that can just hang in there between 50 and 80, they're doing great. No, with the health rejuvenation mindset, you can go to 120 and be vital, just like we shared with the nonagenarians club. So, Dr. Tina, why don't you go ahead and share this and introduce your story?
All right, here we go. Embarrassing, age 53 on the left. This is when I was still taking, the TeloYouth products, did not have Telemega, by the way. And I was only taking 4 capsules a day. So I was kind of, in that thinking, okay, no idea that we had a rejuvenation program that would work if you took more. We evolved through time to notice that when we were taking a lot more, there's major changes. Now, this is interesting. This is me on the left, age 53. Here I am on the right, age 60. And I'm getting ready to go climb I'm at the airport. This is a non-filtered photo. I just picked up the phone, snapped it as I was walking to my gate with my backpack on, getting ready to go climb Mount Kilimanjaro. So people ask, and there's one thing I want to mention here. Did you have a facelift? Did you have injections? And the answer is no. This is all natural. So what did I do? I increased, and I want to show you what it means from the inside out. So when I was in Reno, uh, we went, Dr. Chris and I went and had a test done. We wanted to see how well oxygen exchange was, what was our metabolic rate, how well was I doing fat burn, and what is my biological age? And we talk about what is our biological age. In other words, what is the inside of you versus your chronological age? So I'm here with an oxygen mask on. It's on really tight. They smoosh it up so that you can't get any outside air. And I'm getting oxygen. In the first 10 minutes, it's a resting period. You're sitting there and the oxygen, and I have a heart rate monitor on as well. They're measuring the oxygen exchange, and this is hooked up to a computer. And these are my results in the resting stage. Now, I was not allowed to take TeloYouth or any nutrition that morning. So this is a fasting test. The only thing I could do was drink water. And you can see that all of my results are either in the good or excellent areas. Now, why I want you to see this is because you saw on the outside what I look like, but you have to have health on the inside. And so these are important. Resting metabolic rate. This means what is my resting metabolism? I'm in the good range. Fat burning, good, moving to excellent. Metabolic fitness. In other words, how are all of my different systems working and functioning with each other? 69% good. Heart fitness. This is resting, you guys. 99%. Lungs, 100%. Breathing and cognition. In other words, how well is the oxygen exchange to my brain? 100%. Breathing and posture. Um, am I crunched over? I had no idea. They didn't tell me to sit up straight or anything. I just sat like I would normally sit. And so you can see that all of these are in the blue to green range, which is they thought was really good because I'm at 61 when I did this, age 61. Dr. Chris, you want to add anything before I move to the next one?
Again, just show that breathing and posture, this is really how we're working structurally in order to just be able to, interact with our environment. So it's really important test. So let's go to the next one.
Well, for all of you that have seen our before blood work and after blood work taking TeloYouth, one of the things that we mention is this. On the left-hand side, the blood that's all clumped together, which there's poor oxygen exchange. But 45 minutes after taking your TeloYouth, you can see that there's that good oxygen exchange, um, and the cells are nice and round and healthy. And if you need me to bring up that picture afterwards, that's exactly what we're talking about here. That over time, all of these areas are going to improve, right? Now, the next part of this test is under stress. They put me on a bike and they had me go as long as I possibly could with increasing the intensity every minute or 2 minutes. I can't remember. And I had to go as long as I possibly could. And they were measuring my oxygen exchange. So this is under stress. Think about this. We talk about stress. How well do you handle stress? And so under stress, you can see aerobic is good, cardiovascular is good, high intensity performance, metabolic rate got even better under stress. In other words, my systems handled stress really well. Brain and breathing, good or excellent, and breathing and stability overall is good, and fat burning efficiency stayed right in the same range as well. So what this means is that, and remember, we talk about how well can you handle stress. And this is, again, a good snapshot of how my body is handling stress. Dr. Chris?
Yeah, and the last two categories there, the breathing and stability and the fat burning efficiency, this is how you make energy and you're able to maintain and sustain making energy under stress. So that's what fat burning is really all about and how we metabolize. And so it's the oxygen and it's the fat in the system that allows us to make energy. Okay.
All right. The next, that I wasn't satisfied after doing, with just oxygen exchange. I wanted my blood work taken. So there's a company called Theriome, and any one of you, if you're interested, want to do this test, it's about $650. I'll be happy to get this ordered for you, but this is going to show your blood work, how well, and there's a lot of different areas, and I didn't want to bring up all of them. It's too much data, too much information, but I wanted to show you nutritional index. This is important. We talk about healthy receptors, bringing nutrition in to the cells. We can take all kinds of nutrition, and we can have all kinds of good diet and lifestyle. But if we don't have those receptors, intaking nutrition and your minerals, it doesn't matter, right? So you can see right now I'm in the optimal range. This means that my body is utilizing nutrition that I am taking really well. Inflammation. My inflammation score, 80%. This is fabulous, by the way. Most people are in the poor range. And this is really great because we know that chronic inflammation is the underlying cause of disease. So, and I work out 7 days a week, 6 days a week for sure, 7 days a week. If you look at even 3 of those days are twice a day. What that means is when you work out, you're under stress, but your inflammation goes up. Your body has to come down with inflammation. So it goes up, comes down. That's when it's healthy. So inflammation, we talk about if you have high inflammation, it's going to interfere with your stem cell cycle. So I wanted to show you inflammation is good. The next one is mitochondrial health. Okay, this is the energy production. My blood work also reflected my oxygen, meaning mitochondria health is at 90%. That is, those batteries that we talk about inside every single cell. It's like walking over, plugging your cell phone into the wall socket and charging those cells. That's what, just think of your mitochondria as that. When you have healthy mitochondria, it can support, when you have energy, it can support the healing response, helping to bring down inflammation, helping your immune system, helping all those other areas. So I just wanted you to see from the inside out, mitochondria health is optimal. And this is after I started taking the rejuvenation program. So Dr. Chris, do you have anything to add on that blood work yet?
I do. I think everyone needs to realize that we refer to these terms like inflammation is it's a systemic thing, right? So it will show itself in different symptoms. And this is why, as a practitioner, you learned, okay, here's a person that has lower back stuff or sciatica, and or men, especially as they get older, there's prostate, and then we have, of course, have vision issues. These are all breakdowns of inflammation and also the inability to handle the inflammation. You need your mitochondria because your mitochondria give you the energy to do the rejuvenation. So it just requires the energy to shut down the systemic breakdown that's going on.
Yeah, so we just wanted to prove to you that there are tests you can take that can help your baseline. You don't get this at the doctor's office. They have the disease mindset. Both of these tests are rejuvenation mindset. So then we were able
Here's the
to
real proof
measure,
right here.
what's that?
Here's the real proof right here, right?
Yes. So age 61, right? My chronological age. Now, I was able to get the test. By the way, it measured me back to 48. That was the bar. Science cannot measure back. The technology doesn't go back any further than age 48. So I feel like I'm even younger on the inside, but the test results could only go back 13 years. So I'm in my 40s, but yet I'm 61. So you can see this is how, this is the proof is in the pudding, right? So you can see you've got to be younger on the inside to be able to show what's going on the outside. So here we go. What's so important about this? Stem cells. Stem cells, by the way, did you want to add anything, Dr. Chris, before I move forward?
No, go.
All right.
This is good.
We talk about stem cells. Stem cells is so important because they are the construction workers. If we don't have stem cells, we're dead. And by the time we're 80, 1 in every 2 million cells is a stem cell. I looked at our 90-year-olds. We have one guy that runs 5Ks. And every day he runs 3 miles. This is phenomenal. Now, you start to look at when we hit the age of 80 and we lose that amount of stem cells, that does not mean that you can't produce more, you can't increase this pool. It means with TeloYouth and our quantum rejuvenation program, you have the ability to change this, right? And our stem cells are the construction workers. They have to bring down the inflammation. They have to be able to go and repair wherever there's injury. And so we have the signal molecules and the natural compounds in our TeloYouth Rejuvenation program to help support our stem cells. All right. Anything to add, Dr. Chris?
Do this shows the future of the technology. We already have it, and this is where the science is trying to find a way to do the things that we're doing with our studies, the things that our members are experiencing. So here's an opportunity to be ahead of the curve and to take advantage of what we're talking about here, because this is safe food. Here's what it looks like. Dr. Tina.
Exactly. Here's the stem cell cycle. Most of you have seen this. If you have an injury, there's a signal. There are signals. It's like there's a call. It's like the heart is making a phone call saying, hey, I have inflammation or I have an issue. I need some stem cells to come and repair the heart. And it's kind of like you're calling the fire department. The fire department, you are calling them saying, come and put out the fire or do a repair. Send some construction workers. But the issue is when we get older, we don't have enough stem cells. So we have to produce more. So with our ingredients, we not only have to have our healthy bones, we support healthy bones with our marine collagen, but we manufacture and create more stem cells. We produce more stem cells with our ingredients. Then, and we have studies that prove that we do this. So if you have more stem cells, that means you have more construction workers. Well, that's great, but they have to be released. They have to have that call to get sent out into, to drive or go into the, head over to where the area is. So we release more of those stem cells, and we have the ability to release up to 2,400% more stem cells. Now, the body is so smart that before it releases them, it doesn't decrease that pool. What it does is it replicates, it duplicates those stem cells before it releases them. So once they are released into the system, key area right here, we have to have the signals to connect and send those stem cells to the address that made that phone call, right? So we know where those firemen need to go, where they need to put out the fire or they need to do the repair. So this entire stem cell cycle is supported and increased with our quantum rejuvenation program. We also reduce the inflammation and we bring down cortisols. And you saw that with my results. Okay. Under stress, you could see that my body could handle cortisols and bringing down the inflammation. And this is a combination of our Telomega with our TeloYouth. Dr. Chris?
Every one of these ingredients have been tested, have been shown, and the core is again the fertilized tissue extract and the aloe and in all the complementary ingredients of the chaga, the rhodiola, and of course the L-arginine and the marine collagen. So just a great, great food. So let's look at it this way from the standpoint of we're talking about the key around building this formula around the Norwegian fertilized tissue extract. And it has the ability to, you know, release the stem cells, build the systems of immunity, the nervous system, the endocrine system, but it has to start with the mitochondria at the core. So mitochondria health is so important. And then look at that little chart there. This is Dr. Tina, 90% mitochondrial function. So that's showing you that her system is triggering and using these ingredients in order to make more stem cells, to build the endocrine system, build the nervous system, and build the immune system. So all the different conditions that we see in culture today are around these different systems.
And here's how you take it. Here are the 3 different programs. So taking a look at the wellness program, that was me at the age of 53. That's the program that I was taking. And you saw that before picture, right? And then I moved into the Rejuvenation 1 program. And then just before getting ready to go to Mount Kilimanjaro, I jumped into the Rejuvenation 2 program. Okay, and that was a year ago in October when I went to Mount Kilimanjaro. Well, here's the thing. Now I jump back and forth. Certain days, like when I'm traveling, I was doing the Rejuvenation Level 2 program. You know, there's more stress, there's more intensity. So I want to be able to support my body during those times so that so I can handle the stress. On the days that I have the double workout, Rejuvenation Level 2. On the days that I don't, it's Rejuvenation Level 1 for me. So it depends on you. How many symptoms do you have? And if you're doing the wellness program, it's still going to work. It's just going to take more time. So we tell you, please, please, if your budget only allows you for the wellness program, that's okay. But make sure every other area of your life is health and wellness. In other words, do not be drinking alcohol. Remove it. Get the sugar out of your body. Get the processed foods out of your body, because then you'll be able to leverage what it is you're taking if you're taking less. So it just takes longer, but it does work. So it works. It doesn't work if you don't take it.